present yourself. Coming from the hood and being around hood people makes you really feel like white people are racist. It makes you feel like you're oppressed. It makes you feel like, white people think that they better than you. But I promise you, once you start moving up in life and you start wanting better, doing better for yourself, and you're actually in rooms with white people and you actually talk to them and you actually form relationships with them, you start to realize that they're all not racist. A lot of them's not racist. And it makes you realize that it's not really about color. It's about classism. It's about how you present yourself.
She is 1000% correct. What do y'all think about this? What do you think about what this nice young girl said? Very attracting young lady too. She's 1000% right. She basically saying, I have been bamboozled, you have been bamboozled, and we are still to this day being bamboozled. To think that a whole group of people who, I get it, ancestors or whatever you want to call it, great grandparents, because there are still people still alive that went through the discrimination that people of color went through. And I'm telling you, you have been bamboozled. White people are not focusing on you. Trust me, I chill with them all the time. They are my family members. They are not focusing on you at all. At all. I get it. You got some Karens in the world, but you can't put a Karen to the majority of a population, you know? The same way you don't want white people to put Tyrone that shot up the block last night and Keisha, who's a stripper who don't take care of her kids, or who don't take care of her kids indirectly by not having a man around and accepting social assistance on purpose. You can't put them in a category, oh, those are all black people. You see, black people get offended when that happens to them. So why would you do it to white people? This girl right here, you could tell that she made a transition in her life. She was one of those light skinned girls. What you talking about? I fuck you up. She was living amongst the coloreds. And all her life the coloreds told her like, yo, don't mess with those white people. We're the coloreds. We're different. We supposed to be separate from them. They are evil. But she realized as she got older, it's all hogwash. It's all Listerine in your mouth without the goggle. It's all bull. Because when you start to grow up and you start to maintain some type of like status for yourself, you going to school, you take your family, you got a home, you go to your job, you talking to your coworkers, no matter what color they are, y'all having deep discussions and you start to form bonds with people, you know. I remember when I first got my first job on my own. I mean, my best friend there was a white boy. We both was pocketing boxes together. And at first, we just dapped our hands. We didn't really talk to each other, but then we became the best of friends. We both was in the back stocking up those Walmart boxes and throwing them on the truck. He lived in poverty, and I didn't even really live in poverty. At the time, I lived at my mom's house. It was my mom lived in a nice little town at the time. I think I was probably like 19, 20. But he lived in poverty, man. His mother was a ghetto white girl. His sisters was ghetto. He was tattooed up. He wasn't like, bro, we wasn't on some like, yo, bro, skin color, like that's imaginary. That stuff is here to keep you separate, to keep you down. The longer it stays in your medulla oblongata, the longer you are destined to fail. And that's a fact. And I remember living in this town called Phillipsburg with my mom, right? And I remember we had a neighbor, a white guy. If we probably see each other today, we'll probably give out each other a hug. I mean, he noticed that my mom was a single mother, and I know he probably was thinking like, how the hell did she get this house? Well, my mom worked hard all her life. You know, she worked and worked. She really didn't spend money. All she did was really save. That's it. We didn't take vacations. My mom wasn't somebody who bought jewelry, clothes, anything. So she basically just, all that money was basically ours. It was no passive income money. The money my mom generated to get the the property that she got, that was millions and millions of hours. Do you know how backbreaking that is? But and regardless, she did it. She did it her way. And this neighbor I had, the white guy, man, he always reached out to me. I mean, the white people that was so racist, right? I mean, the whole neighborhood was mostly white. I really didn't have no neighbor that was black or of any other, ethnicity. It was very minute. And he paid me money to come. He invited me to his house for dinner multiple times. He invited me for breakfast multiple times. Um, he noticed one time I didn't have a car. He was like, "Yo, I'll take you to work. I'll take you to school before I go to work." He worked far away, and my school was far away, and he was willing to drive me to school. This man paid me hourly to help him on his property, just stacking stones. I had another neighbor, white guy. He was an officer, a Plainfield officer that lived across the street from me. And him also, he invited me multiple times to go hunting with him and his white son. He offered me to go out with his family, multiple times. He took me under his wing. He was disappointed when I got into a few little situations, when I was younger, but I seen in his face he was trying to help me. And I'm doing exactly what those two men try to do for me. And maybe they didn't succeed at the time, but later on I got the message. That's all that counts, is that I got the message. And I'm here to spread the message that there's no race war. It's no race war. Do good in life, get a job, a good career, a good woman, some kids, make some money. And after a while, you realize that it's all fake.